So hello everybody. In my last video I have caused pony controversy. You guys have made some really interesting comments, and I'd like to address as many of them as I can, but I suppose the best way I can address them all is just to say, imagine you like Family Matters and Batman. Now imagine that you replace the Penguin with Steve Urkel. If that seems like a really confusing comparison, well, it kinda is. I mean, you have to think the Penguin and Urkel are two totally recognized characters. Everyone knows who they are. If you replace the Penguin with Urkel so that Batman has to fight Urkel all the time, well, you're excused to have a slightly different story, obviously, but you've got to create new context. The thing is, using a pre-established character is kind of a double-edged weapon, because you don't really have to introduce the characters as well, because everyone already knows who they are, but you also have to make sure that the character fits into all these tropes and stereotypes that they're famous for. And that doesn't mean making the characters quote themselves all the time. You've got to tell a new story with new ideas. I mean, this is not totally true, but try to think of catchphrases as just being for the business, you know? They want to put it on t-shirts and on the toys, you know? Steve Urkel's catchphrase, "Did I do that?" It's called brand recognition, and you've understandably learned to associate the character with the brand, but the brand is not the same thing as the character. Brands are powerful, but they're not the meaning of things, they're not how things get started. So when you write, you've got to ask yourself, am I writing for corporate, who really just wants to see the same thing over and over again because that works, or am I writing a brand new story? Cause corporate will sue your butt, you might as well write for new material. Anyway, I think of the latest Trixie development the same way that I think of a long car ride with my parents. With dread. I mean, it could be good, it could be bad, but I won't know till I've been in the car for several hours. Oh well, let's get back to it. Maybe we're headed to Disney World. So, someone in the comments told me not to make fun of that super perfect princess anymore, so we're gonna go with the loud, disappointing princess. Think maybe I just don't like authority. What dire fate has befallen Luna, who fell from the raft after the fight with Ultros? Maybe she died, and we're gonna have to go to the underworld, and we're gonna have to fight Hades and Cerberus, and we're gonna, like, come back with a wow. See? Disappointing princess. I told you! Does anyone else feel like a guy in a pink helmet with giant plumes on the top riding a bird is like the most flamboyant soldier ever? I mean, maybe he's part of some kind of like experimental psychological division of warfare. Like, they send him out first on his giant chicken and pink hat, and he's just riding around and everyone can see him, and all the scouts and like people in the castle are like, is that the Empire? And then they don't really prepare a very good defense, and then they show up with the poison gas! Sorry, could you please, not be so, loud? Loud? Yes. Loud. Shall we mimic thy voice? See, this is exactly what I was talking about, where you like, are just quoting from the original material. I mean, like, that's the thing, is some people are like, oh, you know, it's not just, like, Final Fantasy with ponies in it, but then if you're just quoting directly from the show and you just are putting ponies in it, then that's sort of, you know, I don't know. If the story is supposed to be something, like, bigger than just, you know, having ponies in it, then, well, you know, my criticism about the story is totally valid. But on the other hand, if it's just putting characters that you like into a thing that you like, then, well, I have another valid complaint. I don't want to play as Trixie. She's not my favorite character. I want to play as Lyra and Bon Bon and Lupu and Tony J. Tony J was the voice actor for Megabyte and also the Elder God in Legacy of Kain. I figure I'm just covering a lot of bases, you know. Oh, speaking of bases, oh my, there sure are a lot of them. 3. Hey, have you heard? Oh, you mean... Shh, if Discord hears this, we're doomed. If he gets his way, General Zecora is gonna be reassigned. Are you crazy? I wouldn't trust him to pour me a glass of chocolate milk, let alone lead us into battle. Shh, what if he hears you? You'll be jailed! Alright. How did Discord even get into the military? It seems like he wouldn't really be big on structure. Uh-oh, here he comes, back to your post. Maybe it's an affirmative action kind of thing. You there, imbecile, keep your eyes on your job! Yes, sir. You're Discord, correct? How are you, sir? Bah, as if I cared about your name. Just do your job. Yeah, he's so rude. Phew, he's off his rocker. I'd like to tell him to his face he's no General Zecora. Shh, do I always have to tell you to keep it down? You're hopeless! I hate that weirdo Discord. I don't even think he has a soul. Not like Zecora. Agreed. It's really weird that they're so into Zecora. You two, we're about to storm the Apple Castle. You'll join the assault team. Because if you really think about it, I mean, Zecora looked around and she said, This is the only patch of desert around here. Let's set up camp here. Oh my, it looks like this is Yellow Horse Castle, out here in the middle of the left of the desert, defending itself from, well, these guys, who are led by General Zecora, the crack tactician that camps in the desert and doesn't build a single siege weapon. She is so loved by her soldiers that they're willing to embark on a suicide mission just for her. It's a whole lot of them and just a few of us, it doesn't add up. Oh, we're quoting from the show again. Also, I think that maybe these ponies aren't very good at counting, because there was like a bunch out there and 2 in here, and then they couldn't really add up all the numbers that were also in the castle. Oh man, that is exactly the kind of music I think of whenever Applejack walks into a room, only I think of Carmen. L'amor est un ancial rebelle que nous el puto apposar, et c'est bien en vain quand l'appelle. Si le convenient de refuser, you guys know the song. I remember they once did a parody of it in Hey Arnold, where like Arnold falls asleep and then they all sing about his girlfriend or the girl he wanted to date with the braces, and then Helga gets involved because she falls asleep, and then they sing about how big Rhonda's feet are, or whoever it was. The point being that Habanera is, the Carmen song, it's a very cultural, and Applejack is very cultural, like yogurt. So it's good for you. And so is Applejack. Oh my gosh, their leader is the Silver Surfer. Oh man, this is bad. He's got the power cosmic. Oh man, why is he attacking us? Actually, what are we defending? Why are they attacking us? Do we have like a lot of gold or something? Maybe we could just give them the gold and they'd go away. Although truth be told, I guess we don't really need to do that, because they're losing, like, really badly. After all, their whole plan is basically run at the castle until it falls down from the force of our faces! Okay, so, minor point, I haven't really been talking about the gameplay very much, because it follows pretty much in line with the original game, but I just noticed that a move that I, have control over just did twice the damage of a move that relied on the enemy hitting me after I charge up for it. Sometimes I wonder if Applejack is ashamed to be such a stereotype. Like, she knows that everyone thinks about Applejack, and they think that she kind of represents the Western world, and she wonders to herself, like, are my hooves big enough? Because, for one thing, a lot of girls have body issues, even though they shouldn't, and the other thing is, like, what if others in society believe that Westerners have big hooves, and Applejack feels like she doesn't have big enough hooves, and— Ah! No biting! Stupid pink dog. Oh, a starbow. Well, that'll be very useful against the giant laser robots. Okay, alright, what else have we got? Excuse me, dude. You just rooting around in your tent, pardon me. Oh no, I think someone might have seen me! General Zecora, the citizens of Sweet Apple seem to be playing a waiting game. And so are we forced to do the same. General, we're ready to take the castle, just give the order. Patience, my friend, we are already at their border. But General, I'm ready to lay my life down at any time for the Empire. Are you truly so anxious to expire? No, sir, why? Think about your friends in your hometown. If you died, think of how many would frown. Do not be so quick to rush into a fight. Sometimes strategy is better than might. That has got to be the most condescending and obnoxious way anyone has ever told their soldiers not to kill themselves. General Zecora, we love you. A carrier pigeon from Emperor Gilda. Maybe they just love how silly Zecora is, like a squirrel on jet skis. The Emperor summons me. I must return immediately. I understand, sir. Right, be sure to follow my plans. Yes, sir. That didn't rhyme. I don't want to see your blood on these sands. Oh, late save. Sir, leave it to me. Well, she is just the doofiest general in the doofiest army. She sure is wise and cautious. Too bad she's on the wrong side. Are we talking about the same general that has to tell everyone things in rhymes exclusively? The one that camps in the desert and whose whole plan was just to run a bunch of guys at the walls? With Zecora out of the way, I can really screw things up now. 'Cause it's cool, the enemies can just have the rhyming general. The Emperor has another task for me to pursue. I do not want to hear trouble from you. You have no idea how little trouble this will be. Do not test my patience. I expect you to behave in my absence. Oh, that's a slant rhyme. Have fun, Zecora. I'll just play a little game. Goodbye. Don't turn back or question that ominous statement. Arrivederci. I'm really starting to worry that everyone is doofs. I think that we are doofs, and I think this enemy army is doofs. Is the neurotoxin ready? But General Zecora said. Zecora's not here, so listen carefully to me. Some of our people are prisoners in the castle. If we poison the river, they were stupid enough to get caught. I don't know, something about this just doesn't feel right. Oh, I know. No, you should use enterotoxins! Oh, I mean, that's genocide. Ha 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 ha, that's none of your concern. I suppose I should silence you. Yes, what I meant to say was that I have severe ethical qualms with your use of poisons, 'cause we should all rely on just the strength of our weapons. Like, for example, this here, black belt, which Applejack looted from your commander, and we now have, for some reason. Oh my god! Why would you store a thing in there? Is it like a cat carrier, but for monsters? That just seems like an accident waiting to happen. I can just imagine some poor private walks in there and he's like, oh, I'm looking for headlight fluid, you know, because that's a joke. We're on the last step of this waltz, my dear. And then boom, monster. I predict a big old storm of chaos is about to hit. Wahahaha. Oh, really? Because I thought you were gonna poison the place, and that's not really chaos so much as just poisoning. Oh, it looks like you spilled a giant glow stick into the water. They'll never suspect. And see, here we are, not suspecting anything. Applejack! What? You come over here! Don't yell at me to come over there. The Empire's base is bustling with activity. Something must be up. It might be someone's birthday party and no one invited us. I really hope we can reconcile our differences, cause... What in tarnation? Where did you learn to speak like that, cause no one else here does? Is Applejack like an immigrant to Sweet Apple Castle? Oh no! Our mermaid empathy powers! Oh god, the water has changed and now it's killing us from sadness. Seriously, we can't all have had a drink in like the last 5 minutes. Hey, Jerry, I just saw you didn't have a drink. You're just doing it because everyone else did. Applejack! What? I'm standing right next to you. The water! Poisoned! Or potentially we might be really doofy. Either way, bad news. We gotta help the king. If he lays down on the job, everyone else will think it's okay. I swear to gosh, if that yellow pony shouts at me to come upstairs again, I'm gonna get so mad. To the king, on the double! The king's room is just around the corner. I know, I live here. Oh god! King, we're too late! You've turned into some kind of weird root vegetable! It's Applejack, your majesty. Indeed, my sight is going fast, can't see a thing. Don't give up, you just can't! Your father would be proud of you, AJ. His spirit burns strongly in you. Thank you, it's over. Our kingdom is through. No, you can still rule over the dead! Ah, chest is on fire. Our kingdom, over? That just can't be the truth. Go, return to your family. Hack! Gasp! Dots. Yeah, I don't think we saved him. I mean, I'm not a medical expert, but I'm pretty sure that dots mean dead. Also, it's pretty empty for a courtroom. Applejack! What? I am right next to you! The king has dots! Can't you see me grieving? There's gotta be some survivors. Oh, I knew our synchronized water drinking was gonna lead to problems. You know, I told the committee, I told them, you know, if we all drink water at exactly the same time, this sort of thing could happen. And they said, what are the odds? It sure is a good thing I defied the schedule. Oh no, it's the king all over again. Aunt Betty! Aunt Betty, rise and shine. Come on, everyone's poisoned outside. This is no time for laying around. Oh my stars, she's really this lazy. Fine, 5 more minutes, but I'm having breakfast without you. Apple fritter! No, he's just a baby! Wait, how young of a baby? Did we have to actually, like, give him the water? Oh. My. Dead. All of them. Got the dots like a funky fever, and the only way to cure it is with dancing. I just can't stand here. I'm going in. I'm gonna do a jig. L'amour est un oisia rebelle, l'amour, cunu, le pu, approva. My name is Applejack, King's Apple's most honorable pony. Applejack kill! L'amour est infante bohemia. Oh hey, it's Luna, just apparently wandering around the base. Maybe give us the assistance? That's very neighborly of you. You're all getting on my last nerve. Well, you came here, I mean, come on. Allow us to participate. It's a bit messy, watch yourself. Oh, that's 2 groups of soldiers. Can't lick us in a fair fight, so you used poison, huh? Yeah, real deplorable. Hey, don't be so stubborn. Thanks, I sure could use a hoof right now. Killed those soldiers too. I guess we should have done this earlier. Thank you kindly. Allow me to thank you, I'm Luna from Canterlot. Now, let's make haste. Shoot, what about the castle, my family, my friends? Oh wait, they're dead. If you remain here, you'll be dead too. Got him, over here. It's time to press our advantage. Come on, this way. I've just been wandering around like I own the place, and no one stopped me from finding these things. What in tarnation are these things? Giant kill suits full of poison gas? Really, I walked in here by accident. They weren't even guarding the front gate. How in the heck do you get these things to move around? We must make haste. The levers, Applejack, by thine hooves! Move them and thy vessel shall move thusly. I owe you all a heap of thanks, Princess. Please, Applejack, call me Luna. Now hurry, we must vacate the facility. Hey, what are you doing? I think a lot of soldiers are gonna be asking each other and themselves that question very soon in the future. Cause, you know, after that, they're gonna have to explain to Emperor Gilda exactly what everyone was doing, and, well, they're gonna have to be really delicate about it. Dear Emperor Gilda, today we enjoyed sweeping victories over everyone, and we inflicted many casualties. We defeated everything, and the robot suits were used effectively. We have done well to make it this far. Now we must find a new way to Naish. Naish? Well, shoot, you can't get there from here. Well, I mean, it's really close, but you've got to go all the way around the long way. We will not fail in our royal duties. We shall press on. No, don't just leave the suits behind. Oh, come on! Well, I think what we learned today is that if you want your army to be well managed, you should maybe not hire someone who speaks only in rhyme. And here are some monsters we killed to gain that experience. There was this horrible chicken alligator thing, I don't even know. A bunch of green rabbits, which are slightly stronger than, like, normal rabbits. More wolves, of course. We fought Discord for a little bit, but that didn't amount to anything. There was this flying disc. The Silver Surfer and his friends, and his twin. And also these war mechs. So thanks for playing with me, everybody.